A very fresh good morning to all of you. This is Ayushi Sharma, your chemistry teacher. One more time, welcome back to the channel of chemistry. So, how are you all? Yes, I hope you all are doing well. The formation of cathode rays has already shown that all the atoms contain negatively charged particles called electrons. Now, an atom is electrically neutral, that we know. So it must contain some positive charge particle which balance these negative charge particles called electrons. So it's actually been found by so many experiments that all the atoms contain positively charged particles called protons also. The existence of these protons in an atom was discovered by E. Goldstein. So let's revise our next topic, discovery of protons today. From the figure, we have already discussed during the classes that in this discharge tube, hydrogen gas is taken at very low pressure. As we know that hydrogen gas is the lightest gas and the hydrogen atom is the lightest atom. So the positive particles which are obtained from hydrogen gas are the lightest and have the smallest charge. Now let's revise what actually happened during the experiment. In this experiment we have taken two electrodes, cathode and anode. But we have taken perforated cathode, means the metal plate which is having holes in it. These holes are known as canals. Within the space between anode and cathode, hydrogen gas is filled. Now, when the high voltage is applied between the cathode and anode, the electrons start emitting from the cathode side. And these electrons strike the hydrogen atom, which make these atom to lose their one electron. As soon as hydrogen atom loses its one electron, they start converting into positive ions. Now, these positive hydrogen ions are also known as protons and start moving towards perforated cathode. These fast moving protons form the anode rays. As these rays are passing through the canals of perforated cathode, so these rays were named as canal rays. When scientists brought two metal plates, one is positive and the other is of negative potential nearby the passage of canal rays, they found that the canal rays start moving towards negative plate, which shows that these rays are carrying the particles which have positive charge. Let's understand the discovery of protons by the help of video.
E. Goldstein constructed a special tube known as a Canal Ray Tube. These tubes usually have two chambers, which are separated by a perforated metallic disc severed as cathode of the discharge tube. The space between anode and cathode of the discharge tube contains a small number of residual gas molecules. The anode and cathode are supplied with high voltage. The electrons emitted from the cathode collide with the residual gas molecules. These collisions knock an electron out of each gaseous atom, generating positively charged ions, which are accelerated towards the cathode and they pass through the holes in the cathode, producing a beam of positively charged particles on the back of the cathode. As the positively charged particles pass through the holes or the canals in the cathode, they are called canal rays. W. Wien succeeded in deflecting the canal rays. He made one small circular hole in the cathode and introduced two plates behind the cathode. When a strong electric field is applied between the plates, the particles are attracted towards the negative electrode, so that these are positively charged particles. Therefore, these are often called as positive rays.
Now let's discuss some of the characteristics of proton. The first characteristic is charge. The charge of proton is equal and opposite to the charge of electron. So, we can say that proton is a positively charged particle. It carries the charge of 1 unit. Now, the next characteristic is mass. The proton is actually a hydrogen atom which has lost its one electron, that is H positive ion. We know that the mass of the hydrogen is 1 unit. Therefore, the relative mass of proton is 1 unit. But if we compare the mass of proton with that of an electron, we got to know that the mass of proton is 1840 times than that of electron. Or we can say that it is heavier than the electron. I hope you have understood today's topic. So, revise both the topics thoroughly and please ask your query during online session. But don't forget to like my video and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead.